Rina, always on time. How you doing, Resonate, Rina?
I'm good. How are you all?
We're good, you know. We were really good, and I'm pleased to be talking to you, uh,
Okay.
especially on this day because I came together with Tasha and BBB, Black Business Recommendations, with a view to talking about business.
Hmm.
Yeah. We've had some very white collar, um, I would say, how can I put it? White collar industrial people, right? And they've worked abroad and they've worked in big companies and stuff like that. But not everybody's in that situation. Yeah,
Correct.
and I would like you just to explain to everybody about the creative ways that you go about utilizing your natural skills.
Okay. I think a lot of it came from mum and dad.
Okay.
My dad's a mechanic, and
Mm,
my mum is just naturally creative. She sews, she does hair, that sort of thing. And she taught me a lot in regards to sewing and cooking. And then just growing up, they always told me to explore. Don't be scared to try. So they sent me to private school, which gave me an angle that I didn't think I'd get in life. And it just basically gave me that confidence, that
mm,
underlying thing to just go for it.
mm,
Even if you fall, get back up.
mm.
Failure is first attempt at learning, and
I
that
like
sort of
that.
thing. Yeah.
Is that
So
yours? Is that yours? Is that yours? Or did it fall out of
I,
somebody else's mouth?
it may have originally come from somewhere, but not said very often in
I
that
hear that.
respect. So
Mhm,
kudos to the person that that actually came up with that in that respect. So that's where it was. I got fed up of working for others. I'll be honest
mm.
with you. I felt like I was giving a lot of my time, my energy, who I was, just to other people. And I really wanted to stop doing that. And it's really awkward because I've got a delivery right now at this moment and someone's beating off my front door. But
Is it?
yeah,
Are
give
you
me
on the
one
phone?
sec.
Yeah.
No, give me literally
Fine.
one
Yeah, I
second.
know, I know, I know, I know. I know. I mean, this young lady is actually quite phenomenal when she gets the opportunity to come back and tell us about the various different things that she does.
Real life.
Yeah. No, we've got,
Literally.
we've got to keep it real. We've got to keep it real.
He could have put
She's
it through the letterbox. Surely he could have put it through the letterbox.
Okay. She's also a co-host on Rudy Rants on a Friday morning. That's at 8:15 to 9:15. We know her as Lady Lisha, Miss Lisha. You can see
Indeed.
Jonathan is already giving her a little big up. This is where we talk about what's gone on during the week
Hmm.
and how we see things from our perspective, if you
Yeah.
follow what I mean. So we bash people like Bill Gates, right? We understand what Pfizer's doing. We can see where the money is. We know it's nothing to do with no bat. You get me? But so that's where we're coming from
Yeah.
our perspective. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's back to you and your little cottage industry, as I like to call it.
That is exactly what I called it. Like I said, I got fed up of working for others. I had this dream a couple of years ago that I just wanted to be an entrepreneur, like start a business, do something. My dad had his own business. And yeah, I started cooking. I moved into an area where the food wasn't particularly great. So I started to offer that out in the first instance. And then we had this whole isolation, stay away from people thing. So
Mm,
it gave me more time inside my house. And at that point, I just got the sewing machine out, the knitting out, you name it. Started creating. And then my brother mentioned that he wanted to start doing driveways in resin and start doing certain things in resin. So I bought this little kit for me and him to start bonding,
mhm.
and start, spending time with each other and that sort of thing. And he just lost interest. Like he never ever like came
Well,
round or
yeah.
picked up the kit. So basically the containers and everything I bought just sat there for a couple of weeks. And then one day I decided to take it out, um, just before Christmas, really. And
Mm.
I thought, I want to make myself a chess set and I want to make myself some dominoes. So I made myself a set, took some pictures, and a couple of people saw it and then kind of went, do you make more of that? Where did you get it? How did you do that?
Let's just bring up some of the things that she's been making.
So there's dominoes in the top sort of left-hand corner, and that's an ashtray in the middle. On the top right-hand corner, I started making jewelry. There's also trays with coasters, tarot cards. I know a lot of people who do card readings, so there's stuff to display, phone stands. It list goes on and on. Clocks, key rings, you name it. Whatever I can think of in my sleep, I make. I try to find a mold or make a mold if there isn't one out there. And yeah, doing bezels for Mother's Day, gifts in general. But I think I just wanted to actually really put effort into something. A lot of my friends were creative. A lot of my friends have got businesses, and I kind of just sat there feeling a bit left out. Like, what could I do? What could I do? And I didn't want to do another cream or another soap or another sort of thing. And I was like, I want to do something different. I want to do something practical and things that people can actually use, but are also pretty and bespoke. And that was it. I fell in love with resin and wood burning, glass engraving, and I've just gone for it. Right about now, I'm saving for a workshop, so I can spread out and do some furniture, upholstery, some bigger pieces, and really just like make new stuff from old stuff as well. I'm really into upcycling.
This is the thing that the whole point of the Black Million campaign is about. It's about people investing now, right? Because I believe we can get the there you go. It's people investing now so that we can build the funds, so that we can create these spaces, so that our creatives, because I'm part of this. We are creatives. We're not the managers. We are creatives. And so we need the community to understand that they need to support us so that we can support you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm a big believer of giving back. So I do my mentoring, I do my volunteering. But again, we can only deliver so much because we haven't got a building. We don't have those facilities. So we have to do fundraising. We have to sell our stuff and contribute a percentage of our income, towards womanhood and that sort of thing, because that's passionate. That's what I really want to do. I want to be able to help other young women, especially more than anything, is not to go through or take the path that I took in regards to bankruptcy, homelessness, bad relationships, domestic violence, all that sort of stuff. All of it could have technically have been avoided if I'd have had that village, if I'd have had that womanhood, that sisterhood. And this is where a lot of this stuff comes from, is their encouragement and their words that inspires me that I can do it and that I should do it. And I do. And that's where a lot of it is. So with Mother's Day coming up and stuff like that, it's a really touching time for us as women. We really, really, are supportive of each other. I'm just amazed that such a small circle of who we are has actually generated such a big income for me. So I'm thinking, well, if three of us can do that, on the scale that we're at, by them helping me, promoting me and supporting me, if I just had 5 other people, 10 other people, 100 other people that just saw that same belief and passion and just promoted, just support, just shared, just liked, just commented,
I mean, and that's my thing. If that once we can realize, I mean, Hugh has almost proved it to a certain degree, where he's got nearly 10.4 thousand people in his group alone. But our question is, are they really collaborating with one another? Are they really using one another? Or did they just see, business recommendation, yeah, let me go in there and just sit down?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was in the group for a little while, and I was really enthusiastic when I first went in there. And I was like, let's see what everybody's doing. Who can I get equipment from? Who can I get food from? Where are the wholesalers or the logistics? And I just realized that there was a disconnect. So I became despondent, I'll be honest with you. And then a good friend of mine, he's a mechanic. He kind of gave me a kick up the bum, and he says, if you only knew how much business is generated from me being consistent in that group, from me turning up in that group, letting people what it is, knowing what I do every single day. Yeah.
The funny thing is that my daughter is basically saying to me that her age group do that naturally now.
Yeah, they do. It's something, I don't know what it is, like the 30, 35 plus generation. We grew different. We grew outdoors. We didn't grow up online. We used to go to shops. Our friends used to do our hair. Our friends used to do our makeup. So we kind of grew up doing it. But as soon as we turn it into a business, I don't know. I don't want to use the word jealousy because it's not easy.
No, but use it though. Use it so as a descriptive word that we can understand, so we know what we're really dealing with. Because the way that Natasha turned it around is that it should be collaboration.
Yeah, I say I want to. I want to compete, not I want to complete,
Mm.
as in we want to come together to complete each other, not
Mm.
to compete with
Mm.
each other. Now,
Mm.
there's something as healthy competition,
Mm.
yes, but I'm not going to step over you or try to outdo you or try to dun your business
Mm.
and slander your name and that sort of thing. So you just rise up. I'm not doing this so I can buy a big house. I'm
Mm.
not doing this so I can buy a Benz or a Bimmer. I'm doing this so I can create employment for others. If I manufacture something in a way that people want it and it's made in such a way that I can go and get a warehouse and supplies, I can employ people.
Mm.
You know, that's where my angle is at. So it's not just about me having an income or having money to support my own and go on holiday and look
You know what?
nice.
If you make if you make that money to buy the Benz, yeah, could you get it to me because you don't need the Benz? You understand? You don't need the Benz, right?
I'll be honest, my aspirations have gone beyond a Benz. I want a helicopter or a Learjet. Like
I
if when
love
I'm going
that.
to
I love
when
that.
I'm going to my business meetings, I'm like, yeah, I'm on my private plane. I'll be there in
Yeah,
20 minutes,
that's what
2
I'm feeling.
hours.
I'm feeling that.
Yeah. So admittedly, it's all very well to aspire to a car in the
Mhm.
first instance, but now I've had many cars. I've had
That's
2
what I'm saying.
BMW.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
mean, from
now
the time it's
my
17, 18, you should have done that now.
yeah,
You should have done with that. But
yeah,
the thing is that we've really run out of time. You know that we can chat more. But now I'm going to say this to you right now. I'd love you to be a regular on a Friday. Um,
yes.
but if you can't, because I know that you've got the
I look after an old
look
man. I
after
sort
the
of,
old man.
that's
Yeah, so
right.
I'd love to see as much as possible on Friday. Where Bella, where Alicia sits on the Rants and the Bants crew. All right, and Mount sounds sweet at the moment, but Jano, when you're ready.
I was gonna say I am the Jamaican Bajan mix.
That's
So
what I'm saying. So you have to understand. They have to understand that. But thank you very much for coming in. And did we get your details up? Did we get her details?
yeah, on the screen I
Yeah,
can see them. Thank you so
thank you.
much. Yeah, so email, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, literally just type any of that in and it's connected to me and it will pop up. You'll find me. I'm not hard to find at all.
Excellent, man. Thanks. Kick her out. Kick her out. Kick her out.